All right, what up, guys? So today's video is about Warhammer 40K, specifically Space Wolves. So I'm new to Warhammer 40K. I've known it since I was like 8 years old. Had the not the one of the first starter sets. I'm gonna butcher the hell out of what the two factions were. Well, I know one was the Orcs, or maybe it was the Eldar. No, it was the Orcs, and I think the Black Templars. Oh my God! I'm sorry. I'm not even act like I know. I forgot. I'll put it on the screen if I can find the picture of it. But anyway, today's video is: did I pick the right faction? And it appears that I did, because when I first got these, I really just picked it based off of the way they look, the name, which is pretty fucking dope, and that's really it. I didn't know much about the Space Wolves lore, really anything, to be honest with you. Other than just they look like badasses, and I like the colors, and why not? Really, that's really it. But looking into the lore, I did some research last night because I don't know I had a weird thought in my head. I seen some Warhammer 40K videos, and I was just like, well, when I build my first army, I probably should know like the fucking lore, but so I was like, well, let me look at it and then just see kind of if I made the right choice, more importantly. And turns out I did. Very happy with their lore and kind of their aura, I guess, if you will, their uh, their impact, I guess. Really, I mean, shit, they're pretty much, I would say, from what I read, one of the fiercest factions in the Space Marines, the Astartes, if I'm saying that right. Again, I'm new, so if I'm butchering these words, I'll learn eventually. But one of the most feared factions definitely caught my attention. And obviously the way they play too, which will be important later in the road when I build their army and I actually paint it, which is another question I have for in a moment. So stay around for that, because I do have a very important question about painting these guys, and if changing the color is frowned upon, basically, especially with a faction like this. But anyway, so I picked them, like I said, just based upon how they look. And then reading more about them, I mean, again, being one of the fiercest factions that exist, kicking ass, taking no names because they give zero fucks. That pretty much resonates with me. The way they play too. From what I read, again, I don't know it all just yet, but a lot of close combat is pretty much not their specialty, but a very strong suit of theirs. And that's kind of how I like to play any TCG board game. I like to just get in there, just go kick ass, attack. Now, I mean, I do want to, obviously, I do plan to be strategic about things and all that kind of stuff, but I definitely want a army that could just go in there, just have, just a bunch of killers on their team, a bunch of dogs out there ready to go eat, and instead I got me some wolves, so that's pretty sick. So I'm happy that I picked the Space Wolves. That's my first faction, because when I do play my first battle or match, it's gonna be a fun time. Now, the only other question I have before you guys take off is an important one. So I'm going to show you guys. I made most of the models, although I did buy this last year. I know it's been a while. I moved twice in the same year, and now I got my own office. So I'll plan on doing a lot more of this, a lot more time, my own space finally. But I did paint them, not necessarily the way that they were presented on the box. I'll kind of just give you guys a little sneak peek. Let me see if I could hopefully get that to focus. If not, I'll hold it back here. But basically, the question is, me being annoying with how I do things. I'm huge on personalization. I love, kind of putting my own twist on things. Is it wrong or bad, I guess, to do that with a faction like this too? That's, very much rooted in their colors and how they look. I'm kind of keeping. No, I shouldn't even say that. I bought the Citadel paint set, and I'm kind of like, I don't know the names exactly, but basically a chrome finish, like a chrome kind of plating is what I want for the shells, and then the deeper details have like a neon lime green to it, because green's my favorite color. And yeah, I mean, I'm kind of just going about it my own way. Is it right? Is it wrong? Well, that's kind of why I'm asking you guys, really. Like, is it bad if I show up to my first battle? I'm like, oh, what faction do you have? I'm like, well, I got the Space Wolves, and I pull them out, and they look like this. Not like this, because this is not even finished yet. This is just still you know, kind of getting my bearings down with the paint, and I'll touch it up because I'm OCD with things, and a lot of the mistakes that I see from just this one, just really kind of like putting the base on, is already bothering me. So it'll be a lot more detail in this. But if I pull up with some Space Wolves and they look not like Space Wolves, is that okay? That's really it. I mean, that's kind of the question I have with the paint. I'll learn about the rules and all these things like that as it comes, but you know, there's another one too, real quick. Yeah, is it frowned upon? I guess. Leave a comment, please, because that's going to help me out a lot. And yeah, that's really it, guys. This did some reading, some Warhammer 40k reading last night, and I piqued my interest, and honestly made me feel good that I picked the right faction more than anything. So you made it this far in the video. Appreciate you watching. You're a real one. And I'll be doing more Warhammer 40k videos as well. Obviously, the channel is called Later Rip City, which I might change because I do love to rip booster packs of Dragon Ball, Pokemon, maybe One Piece. We'll get into that, maybe. But anyway, Warhammer 40k is big for me. It's a huge interest of mine since I've been a kid. Now that I'm 31, you know, grown kid out here doing big things. Nah, but I'll do more content on just kind of my journey to do my first battle. You know, the way I paint them, any questions I have too, I make videos about that, the lore. I'm reading some of the books right now, specifically the first one, Horus Rising, I think is what it's called. Very, very dense, but I'll get through it on Audible. But yeah, guys, that's really it. Just want to kind of give my thoughts, show my models, and really get your opinion on if it's okay to paint them paint them however I want, or should I really kind of stick to, at least with a faction like this, the Space Wolves, stick to more of the traditional colors. Let me know, guys, in the comments. Like and subscribe. Again, if you guys like Warhammer 40k, like seeing booster packs rip, subscribe to the channel, guys.